It's been many months since our last video blog. Actually, I think the last one we posted was just before we entered the boatyard in Beaufort, North Carolina last winter to do what we thought would be a 3-month haul-out on our newly acquired vessel, the Samphire. She had hardly been used in the last decade and was in need of a solid go-over of all of her systems. I would later learn of a serious condition called chronic manic Boatyardphrenia, where those afflicted with the condition suffer disorientation and lapses in time, sanity, and money, perhaps induced by the dizzying array of incredibly toxic chemicals one works with on a daily basis in a boatyard. When the summer set in, it brought the added challenge of intense heat as we sweat away in the dusty boatyard and Tyvek suits in what felt like the sauna from hell. After sanding down the boat from top to bottom, we applied 3 coats of epoxy paint, a fresh new color of polyurethane paint on the top sides, bottom paint, gridded and painted the decks, we scrubbed the fuel tanks, installed a new hydraulic anchoring system, a dinghy crane, a new head, a prop shaft, stuffing box, through hulls, plumbing, vented loops, and my favorite, the solid aluminum life rails, which I now cling to in lurching seas quite frequently and send blessings to our welder friend Greg, who did such a fantastic job on them. Those several months in the Beaufort boatyard were probably the most difficult and challenging either of us had ever experienced. At the end of every day, we would console ourselves by stepping back to admire her and any progress. Somehow it would all be worth it, we would assure ourselves. She would indeed be an ocean eater and take us anywhere in the world. It was a strange existence, as we had landed ourselves in a boatyard that was geared towards high-end luxury fishing boats, whose owners might drop in to pick up their $4 million powerboat for a few weekends each year. Fortunately, all boatyards always attract a strange lot of eccentric oddballs, and we soon had a ramshackle, family-like community of friends, foes, and a few in-betweens spring up around us. It at least added amusement and entertaining dramas to the trials by fire that we endured during the several months it took to overhaul the boat. Finally, in October, we splashed down, leaving a strange empty place where we had spent so many months. Although Samphire had made a great treehouse, she was now returning to her element. We were finally going to see what she could really do, and the saga of the boatyard was finally over, never, ever to be repeated again.